Welcome. This is your Yoga Pilates Fit Fusion flow. So this will be a short and sweet flow combined with some other fitness elements and Pilates elements to get your heart rate up and to get you feeling great for the rest of your day. So you want a mat, 2 blocks, or 2 light hand weights. This is roughly about a pound each with my cork blocks. So if you have a light hand weight, that will work as well. So we're going to get started today. We're going to just come down to a comfortable seat. I always like to start each class with centering in and breathing. So find your comfortable seat. We're going to take one hand to our heart and one hand onto the belly, and we're going to close our eyes and we're going to take a moment. We're going to start to center in and do a quick body scan. Good. Start noticing the breath without changing the breath. Following its path in and out of the body. Good. Take one more round of breath just like this. And we'll start to cultivate that Ujjayi breath, right? That in and out of the nose. It may be difficult to maintain this breath as we move and flow with some other elements in. But this breath carries us through the practice. We'll take one more round of breath here. Beautiful. Then we'll open up those eyes and we'll get moving. So on the inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up tall, just opening up. On the exhale, we'll draw the elbows back behind us like we're finding a wide goalpost here. Then we'll close the arms, pressing the elbows and the hands together. Inhale, we'll open up. Exhale, we'll close and round. One more. Inhale, we'll open. Exhale, we'll close and round. Inhale, we'll come back to center. So we're going to start to warm up to those arms and shoulders. We're going to take the arms and press them out to the side. So each arm is going to be shoulder height. We're going to pull the fingers back towards our body just as much as we can here. So we're going to press like we're trying to keep the walls from coming in on us. And we're going to make some tiny little circles. So if the fingers straight are not comfortable, you can make a fist here. We're going to take tiny circles. 10 tiny circles to the back. Think about moving the shoulder blades here, squeezing the back together. Good. Couple more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We'll go the other direction for 10. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Starting to warm up to those arms and shoulders just a little bit here. All right, we're going to come down onto our backs. So once you're on your back, we're going to find those dead bugs. So we're going to take a block in our hand. This is going to be our block or maybe your 1 pound hand weight. Either of those will work just fine here. So I'm coming all the way down onto the back. And we're going to bring the knees so that they are over the hips. Shins are going to float parallel to the mat. Our arms are going to reach up over our shoulders. I want the weight or the block in your right hand, okay? So we're going to lower the right hand towards the ground behind us as we straighten the left leg. Really focus on drawing the core in so the back doesn't move. And then on the exhale, we're going to draw the block back up, the knee together. So we're going to touch the block to the knee over the belly button. There you go. Then we'll lower them back down. Extend left leg, extend right arm. Draw them in, keeping the back still, and touch. Good. Lower out. Draw it in and press it together. Good. Lengthen and extend. Exhale. Draw them together. Good. One more. Inhale, lengthen. On that exhale, draw them together. Good. And we'll find the tabletop. So we'll swap hands. So we're going to take the block in the left hand this time. And we'll move the right leg and the left arm. So on the inhale, we'll lengthen out, keeping everything strong. On the exhale, we'll draw them back together, touching the block or the weight to the knee. Good. We'll lengthen out, draw it together. Lengthen, together, keeping the back flat to the mat. Lengthen, together. Good. Last one, lengthen. Bring it in together. Good. We'll set the block the long way, skinny way. It's going to go right between our thighs. So we're going to hold this block between the thighs. Hands can either come behind the head or they can remain down on the mat with the palms pressing for a little support here. Knees can stay bent, or maybe you want a straight leg. It's up to you. We're going to lower the legs down so the heels touch the mat. And on the exhale, drawing it back up. Good. We'll lower and lift. Good. Lowering, lift, good. Lower, lift. Two more. Lower, lift. Last one, lower, lift. Good. We'll set the feet back onto the floor. We're going to hold on to that block. We're going to find a couple glute bridges here. So we'll press the hands down into the mat. Relax the upper body here. Feet are going to be hip distance apart, and heels are going to be slightly in front of the knees. We're going to draw the belly in nice and tight as we lift the hips to the sky. Yep, squeezing your block. Good. We'll lower. Lift and squeeze. Got to lower. Lift and squeeze. Good. Lower. Lift and squeeze. Lower. Lift and squeeze. Last one will lower. Lift and squeeze. Great work. All right. So we're going to take the block from our thighs and put them in our hands. So again, you can use your weighted block or you can use your hand weight here. We're going to keep the feet where they are and everything exactly where it is. Arms are going to start over the shoulders, fingertips pointing toward the sky. We're going to drop the thumbs towards the ground behind us. Maybe it comes close to touch, maybe not. We're going to pull the arms over while we squeeze the core. Block will go towards the thighs. Good. Extend back behind us. Maybe block could touch the floor. Exhale, draw the belly in as we lift it over. Good. Lowering. Exhale, lift. Lower. Exhale, lift. Last one, lower. And exhale, lifting it up. Good. So I'll set the block off to the side. We're done with that for a moment. We'll draw the knees into the chest and give them a tight squeeze here, relaxing that lower back and that lower spine. From here, we're going to start to gain a little momentum, rocking our body back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until we come up and find a traditional tabletop position. So here we are in our traditional tabletop. Hands are going to go under the shoulders. Knees are going to go under those hips. Okay. Take a traditional cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, press the ground away. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, we'll round it out. Good. Last one, inhale. Exhaling, round. We'll come back to a neutral spine. We're going to curl the toes under and send the hips up and back, finding our first downward facing dog. Getting things warm right away here. Good. So the feet can be close to the body, knees can be bent, feet can be mat distance, okay? Find what's comfortable here as we start to move and flow. Taking another full inhale breath. And that full breath out. We're going to look forward to the hands. Come up high onto the heels. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll hop, step, float up to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale, we'll find that flat back. Exhale, we'll fold it down. Inhale, we'll sweep all the way up to stand. Arms reach up, gaze is up. And exhale, hands will come down to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we'll forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, we'll plant the hands. Right foot steps back. Left foot sweeps up and behind us for our three-pointed plank. On the exhale, elbows hug in as we lower. Three-point chaturanga. Toes to the mat. Inhale as we lift for cobra or up dog. On the exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Exhaling, hop, step, float. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we sweep all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right away again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, listen up. Left foot steps back. Right foot sweeps, three-point plank. Exhale, we lower, three-point chaturanga. Good. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Great work. Take one more big inhale breath. Full breath out. Good. From here, we're going to start to take a few side-to-side hops, okay? We're going to start by walking the feet, and then we'll add in the hops. So stay at the intensity that you want today. So we'll come high up onto the tippy toes. We're going to look towards our right hand. We're going to tippy toe our feet towards the hand as we draw the knees towards that elbow. And we bend. Then we'll tippy toe back to dog. We'll tippy toe to the left of the mat. So the knees maybe touch that elbow. Okay. Tippy toe back. Good. Tippy toeing to the right. Tippy toeing back. Tippy toeing left. Good. Tippy toeing back. All right. Option to stay there or option to take that in a hop. So inhale. Exhale. Hop towards right hand. And back. Exhale, left hand, and back. Right hand, and back. Left, back, right, back, left, back. Last round, right, back, left, back, forward to the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, we'll sweep all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. There's that fitness component. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the hands. This time, both feet hop back to plank pose. Good. Exhale, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, we lift. Cobra or upward. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Whew, building heat. Building heat. All right. On the next inhale, right foot sleeps up to the sky, staying high on the ball of those left toes. Inhale, we look forward. On the exhale, we're going to draw the knee to the outside of that left elbow and touch. Good. Then we'll send it back. Leg to sky. Exhale, right knee to the outside of that elbow. And back. Good. Knee to elbow. Nice little oblique crunch here. And back. Knee to elbow. and back. Good. Last one, knee to elbow, and back. This time, right foot will step to the right hand, and we'll stay on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, we'll sweep up and find crescent pose. Whew. Good. Heart rate's coming up. I know mine is. Good. So if that's too much on the back foot, you can walk the back foot in a little bit. So we're more at a 90-degree angles with the knees, all right? Okay, we're gonna tackle some lunges here. Big inhale. On that exhale breath, bring the hands to heart center, press the front foot, draw the left knee towards the chest, and balance. Good. We're gonna step the left foot down behind us as we bend the front knee for reverse lunges. Good. Press the front foot, draw the knee towards the chest. Good. Step it back and lower. Press and lift. Good. Step back and lower. Press and lift. Squeezing the outer glute for balance. Lower. Lift. Good. Lowering. Whew. Lifting. Good. Lower. And lift. Last one, we'll lower. And we'll lift. From here, hands will come to the hips. We're going to hinge back, straightening the back leg as we hinge the torso forward as we find, woohoo, warrior three. Yes, hello, warrior three. So maybe hands can come to the mat. Maybe hands come down to those blocks. Good. We're into that hip big time. I know it burns. Stay with me. All right, so we're going to bend the front knee into a deep squat as we cross the back leg behind the knee. Okay. So first we're going to bend left heel to the glute. Gaze is going to be forward. We're going to bend the front knee as we cross the left knee behind the right. Lowering, lowering, slow. Then we'll press back to stand. Warrior three. Good. Exhale, lowering, slow. Press to stand. Good. Lower and cross. Press to stand. Good. Lowering. Press to stand. Last one, we'll lower. We'll press to stand. Woo-hoo. We'll put a bend in that front knee. If the hands are on the blocks, we'll place the hands onto the mat. We'll step the left toes back so they are on the mat. Sweeping the right foot up for three-pointed plank. Exhale, three-point chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, do same thing, but on the other side. All right, so inhale, left leg's gonna sweep high to the sky. On the exhale, as we shift forward into plank pose, that left knee will come to the outside, to that left elbow. Good. Inhale, stretch it back up. Exhale, elbow knee. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow knee. Inhale up. This time, exhale. Stepping right foot to right hand, left foot to left hand. Staying on the back toes, inhale, crescent pose, left leg forward. Good. So option to drop that back foot in a little bit. Option to bend the back knee a little bit. Inhale, arms reach up. Breathe. Building some heat. All right, on the inhale, hands will come to heart center, or maybe hands to the hips. Leaning forward slightly, placing the weight into that left foot. We'll press the leg to straight as we pull the right knee into the chest. Good. All right, we're gonna step it back, lower for those reverse lunges. Lower, lift and press. Knee to chest. Lower, Lift and press. Knee to chest. Good. We lower. Ooh, we lift. Good. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Last one, we'll lower. We'll lift and hold. Good. Hands can stay where they're at. Maybe they come to the hips. Maybe we airplane arms. Okay. As we hinge the torso forward, we'll straighten the right leg behind us, finding our warrior three. So again, option, hands to the mat. Option, hand to blocks. All right. We're going to bend into that knee again as we cross the leg behind us. So we'll bend the right knee, draw the glute and the heel close together. That's first. Then we'll bend that left knee deeply as we try to cross the legs. Good. We'll press warrior three. Good. Lower, slow and controlled here. Watch the knee over that ankle. We'll press warrior three. Good. Lowering. Lifting and pressing. Good. Lower. Outer hip is really working here. Lift and press. One more, we'll lower. Exhale, lift and press. Beautiful. So from here, you can set the blocks to the side. Bend the knee deeply as we place the hands onto the mat. We'll set the right toes to the mat. Left foot sweeps up and back, three-pointed plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift, cobra or upward. And exhale, we find our downward facing dog. Whew, very good. Building some heat in a very short amount of time today. Good. Take a moment. Good job. All right, here, we're going to very slowly lower down to the knees. And we're going to work a little bit on that upper body. We're going to take one block or our hand weight in our hand. I'm going to start with the block, the tall, skinny waist, so it's easy to grab. Traditional tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to lift the block at an angle towards the right corner of the mat, drawing the bicep by the ear, but the gaze will remain down. Then we'll lower the block. Then we'll take it out to the side. Again, the block will be level with our shoulder as we draw a T. Then we'll set it down. That's one. Lift it forward. Set it down. Drawing the shoulder blade towards the spine. Lift it to the side. Set it down. Good. Forward. And down. Side. Down. Good. You got this. Forward. And down. Side. Down. Last round. Forward. And down. Side. And down. Beautiful. Swapping sides. Right hand under right shoulder. We'll take this block in the left hand, grabbing it the tall, skinny way. You can also use your 1 pound hand weight here. All right, block goes forward, bicep by ear, gaze stays down, and down to the side. Making a T, drawing the shoulder blade to the spine, and down. Good. Forward, and down. Side, and down. Forward, down. Side, down. Good. Forward, down. Shoulders burning. Side, down. Last run. Forward, down. Side, down. Beautiful. Set it back. Taking a child's pose for a moment to stretch out the arms. You can roll the wrists a couple of times each direction to relax the wrists. Whew, good work. Take one more round of breath here. Great work, you guys. We are really moving today. All right, so we're going to stretch out onto our sides here. So we're going to come all the way down onto the side. I'm on my left side so you can see. So left side down. You can prop your head on your hand or just on your bicep here. I want you to bend your knees so that they are parallel with the mat. Shins are going to run to the long edge of the mat. Your back's going to be nice, long, and straight. We're going to pick up the right knee so it's hip height, and we're going to straighten the leg. Good. We're going to sweep the heel all the way back behind us, keeping it level, keeping the hand down in front of us, and we're going to sweep it all the way forward. Good. Taking it back and forward. Slow and control here. Back. Good. And forward. Good. This time we'll sweep it back. It's going to be in a straight line with the head. It's going to be hovering in line with our hip here. Beautiful. We're going to draw little circles with that foot, about the size of a beach ball. We're going to do 10 of them. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, control, 8, hips stacking, 9, 10, other direction, 10, 9, 8, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We'll bring the feet together. I want you to draw the heels so they are closer to the bum. And we're going to do those clamshells like we used to do way back when. So we'll lift the top knee, squeezing into that glute med, and back down. Good. Lifting and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift, lower, lifting, lower. Woohoo. Lift, lower. One more. Lift, lower. Great work. We're going to straighten the leg, both legs. So now we're in this nice long straight line. I want you to pick the legs up, whoop, and put them towards the outer corner of our mat. All right, we're going to do some nice big leg kicks up into the air. So you can point the toes, flex the foot, either way. We're going to rotate so the knee faces the top. So we're not facing down, but we're facing up. Really having to squeeze the glutes and the low core here. So we're going to lift the toes woohoo, towards the sky. Yes. And lower down. For 5, lift. For 4, lift. Good. For 3, lift. For 2, we'll lift. For 1. Beautiful. Then we'll set it back down. From here, we're going to take the right knee, bend it, and set the foot behind us on the ground. I want you to come up so you're on that left hand. It's an awkward setup, right? So we're going to reach towards the toes of the bottom leg as we lift the toe towards the hand, using that inner thigh. Good. Lift, lower, lift and lower. Whew. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Last one. Lift, lower. Beautiful. All right, we're going to flip around to the other side. So we'll come down onto the right side, bringing the knees so they are parallel with that mat. Back run along the long edge of the mat. We'll bend the knees so we have a 90-degree angle. We'll hover that knee off the other, roughly at a hip distance. Then we're going to straighten the leg, keeping the hips stacked and nothing else moves. We'll send the heel back behind us. Long, straight leg. Good. Bring it forward. Send it back. Good. Bring it forward. Send it back. Forward. And back. Last one. Forward. And back. We're going to hold it here towards the back. In a nice straight line, we're going to take those tiny circles, drawing or tracing a small, like, softball. For 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, more. 3, 2, 1. Then we'll reverse our circles for 10. Good. 7. For 4. For 2. Last one. Great work. All right, so we'll bring the knees back together. Bring the heels closer to those glutes so we can work on those clamshells here. So we'll lift the top knee, keeping the bottom leg down, keeping the toes or heels together of that bottom foot, okay? Then we'll lower, lift and squeeze, lower, lift and squeeze, lower, lift and squeeze, good, lower, lift and squeeze. This will be the last one. Lower, lift and squeeze. Woo, great work. All right, we'll straighten both legs out. So we're in this mini V shape. We'll take the top leg and gently rotate by squeezing the glutes. The kneecap's going to face the ceiling. We're going to do those leg kicks. So we'll lift and lower. Lifting, lower. Good. Lift, lower. 2 more. Lift, lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Woohoo! Great work. All right, we're going to set that left heel on the ground behind us, and we're going to come up to that right hand. So we're in this little triangle shape with our upper body, and we're going to reach left hand towards the right toes, and we'll lift the leg, good, and lower with that inner thigh, and lift, lower, lift, lower, lifting, and lower, lift, lower. Last one. Lift, lower. One more for good measure. Lift and lower. Great work. From here, we're going to come down all the way onto our tummies and do a little bit more of the back body work. And we'll take our final vinyasa flow all the way down onto the belly. I want you to reach both arms out in front. Our feet are going to be down into the mat. We're going to lift the arms up off of the ground as we peel the head and chest like in a Superman. Thumbs are going to face the ceiling. Good. Then we're going to keep the upper body elevated as we pull the elbows down by the sides, bending the elbows, creating a W. Good. Then we'll stretch them back out in front of us. Pull back to that W. Good. Forward. Exhale back. Good. Forward. Exhale back. Good. Forward. Back. Doing great. Forward. Back. One more. Forward. Back. We'll plant the hands under the shoulders. We'll curl the toes under, and we will find our downward facing dog to stretch that out. Whew, great work. All right. Take a big inhale breath, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, float, top of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we stand all the way tall. Arms reach to the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take our final round of vinyasa flow here. Inhale, arms reach up. On the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, sink the hips, and find our chair pose, okay, our yogi squat. Beautiful. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the hands. This time we'll step both feet back to plank. Exhale, we'll lower. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right heel lifts towards the sky. On the exhale, right foot comes forward to the right hand. Good. Coming up for warrior one here. Beautiful. Taking a big inhale breath. On the exhale, we're going to plant the left hand to the mat, coming up onto the left toes. Option to come to the knee. We're going to transition, finding a side plank from here. So we'll roll to the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Pick the right foot up and over. Place it down onto the floor like we have a little high heel here. And we're going to press and arc the hips up to the sky. Good, finding our flip dog. Good, pressing the ground away. Lifting the shoulder. Big inhale. On the exhale, we'll come back. Right hand to the mat. Right knee draws into the chest. Look to the left. Shoot the right foot forward, out to the side, as we open up into a fallen triangle. Good. Big inhale. And on the exhale, left hand to the mat. Right leg will sweep. 3-point plank. Exhale, 3-point chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left heel lifts. Exhale, left foot, left hand. Spin the back heel flat-ish. Coming up, warrior one. Good. Taking a big inhale breath here in warrior one. And that full, complete exhales. Beautiful. One more big inhale. On that exhale, right hand comes down under that right shoulder. Back foot comes down to the pinky toe edge. Option to come down to the back knee. We're going to pick the left foot up and over the right, setting those toes onto the ground. Then on the inhale, we'll lift, hike, and press. Hips to sky, rotating the chest open, belly button facing the ceiling. Good, big inhale. And on that exhale, we'll slowly, left hand down, left knee to chest. Look to the right. Left foot shoots straight out to the right. Right hand reaches. Fallen triangle. Good, big inhale, almost there. And on that exhale, right hand to mat. Left foot sweeps up and behind us. Exhale, we'll lower. 3-point chaturanga. Inhale. Cobra or upward facing. Exhale. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Close it out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, float. Top of the mat. Right into chair pose. Beautiful. Here we are in chair. Take a big inhale breath. And on that exhale, we'll press to stand. Arms and gaze sweep up. Hands to heart center. And breathe. Beautiful. All right, let's start to cool it down, you guys. Inhale, arms are going to sweep up. On the exhale, we'll find that forward fold. On the inhale breath, we'll step both feet back. On the exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to our tummies and paws. I want your arms to stretch out like a T. Palms flat into the mat. You're going to look toward your left hand. Bend your left heel into your left glute. You're going to send your left toes up and over behind you as you rotate onto that right hip, trying to reach the left toes towards the right fingers. Good. Here's a scorpion. Opening up. Good. Taking a big inhale breath. Back to center. And we'll reset. Gaze goes to the right hand. Okay. Bending right heel into the right glute. We're going to send the right foot up and over behind us as we roll onto the left hip, trying to touch those right toes towards that left hand. Stretching out to the chest. Keep the head heavy here. We don't want the neck involved. Good. Take a big inhale breath. And on that exhale, we'll slowly rotate everything back down to the mat. Good. Inhale, we'll bring the hands underneath us for cobra. And this time on the exhale, we'll find a child's pose. Good. Knees are nice and wide. Arms reach out in front of us, forehead to the mat. Big inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. We're going to walk both hands over to the right of the mat and stack the left hand on top of the right for a nice side body stretch here. Then we'll walk both hands back to center. Walk both hands over towards the left. We'll walk the hands back to center. Then we'll slowly press ourselves up and we'll stretch out the legs. From here, we'll find Baddha Konasana. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, sitting up nice and tall. Then on that exhale, we'll walk ourselves forward slightly over those legs. So you can use the hands around the ankles and the elbows to open up and press the thighs down. Good. Take another full inhale. And a full breath out. Beautiful. Then we'll slowly work our way back up to center. And we'll find ourselves coming back down onto our backs. Okay. Good. So we'll come all the way down at the back. We'll draw the knees into the chest. Taking a moment here. Wiggling side to side to stretch out the low back. Option to reach for the outside edges of the feet, keeping the elbows plugged in for happy baby. So we're drawing the thighs towards the sides of the body. Elbows and shoulders stay in and relaxed. Good. One more round of breath. And we'll draw the knees back together. And we will set our feet onto the mat. We're going to bring your feet nice and wide. And we're going to allow the knees to windshield wiper here. So we're going to drop both knees over towards the left side of the mat. And back to center. Over towards the right. Good. Back to center. One more left. Center and right. Center. Beautiful. We'll walk the feet back together and draw the knees back in for a final little squeeze. Taking a nice big inhale breath. Open mouth exhale. We'll stretch it out. Get comfortable and take up some space here for that Shavasana. So we want to really allow ourselves to melt after all that activity. Finding stillness. Noticing the breath here. Noticing the heart rate. Feeling the energy and the heat that we have cultivated today. If you have the time in your day, I implore you to stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to move on the next inhale, we'll stretch the arms up tall overhead like a good morning stretch, finding length between the fingertips and the toes. And slowly on the exhale, work our way over onto that right side and pause. And on the next inhale, we'll press ourselves back up, finding that comfortable seat. Keeping the gaze down and the eyes closed. We'll draw the hands together in front of heart center as a gesture of gratitude to be able to move our bodies today, to be able to integrate a little different kind of flow to get that heart rate up, to build and strengthen our bodies. Thank you for letting me be your guide today. Namaste.